What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and another prediction video. Today, in case you guys are not aware, we are like 3 days out at this point from the 5th inning program. I like to do these a little earlier than I am this time around, but the tournament got in the way of my upload schedule and practice time and all that. So we're going to do it now. So if you're not aware, you probably need to be. There's only about 3 days left by the time I post this. On this 4th inning program, which means the 5th inning program is literally right around the corner. Now, bosses we've had so far, we've had Helton, Duke Snyder, and Roy Oswalt. 2nd inning, we had Joe Carter, Bob Gibson, and Hanley Ramirez. Brian Roberts, Chipper Jones, and Shane Victorino were the 3rd inning. And then obviously this time, Jacoby Ellsbury, Felix Hernandez, and Joe Torre. Now, this is going to work the same as all of my other prediction videos. We're not going to repeat any of the bosses because why would you? And really, that's it. We're going to try not to repeat catcher as a position because outfielder, I feel like I guess outfielder every time because they gave us a lot of outfielders last year. I think they'll give us a lot more outfielders this year. And pitcher, I feel like they gave us a pitcher every time last year or almost every time. Maybe they skipped one. So those are the two I'm going to guess for sure. And then the other one, this time, I really think probably like first base or third base. I don't know. It just feels like we're due for like a really good first base or third base card. Now, we're going to back out here. I'm going to give you one more thing that we're going to be guessing kind of based on, and it's wherever the schedule is. Basically, it says, if you look right at the bottom there, it says 626. You have the 99s arrived with a hidden legend reveal. That means it's a new legend, I think. And I've talked to other people. They kind of think the same thing. I know Gomes has made a video on this. And I've intentionally not watched Gomes' video. But I did see the thumbnail. So he did guess Thome. And actually, that's where we're going to start. We're going to start with the new legends. I'm going to talk you through my guesses and kind of why I think that makes sense. Now, MLB The Show here. You have a lot of people in the game right now that work on the MLB network. Al Leiter, John Smoltz. I'm sure there's others I'm not thinking of. Those are just the two off the top of my head, and I definitely should have researched this beforehand. But those are the two that come to mind when I think about it. So it kind of makes sense to me that you would see more MLB network personalities in the game. It just seems like that is a match made in heaven. Also, they said at the beginning of the year they were going to focus more on 90s and 2000s players. So if we go over here, as I say here twice because I stutter clearly, the first guess here is going to be Jim Thome. I think it makes a ton of sense. Jim Thome is not a guy I don't think that you would announce at the beginning of the game that this is a card that you have. I think that's just a drop that you have later in the year. That people are like, oh, dude, that's sick. But I don't think he's a card you necessarily have to announce in the game trailer like you did Mariano Rivera, David Ortiz, players like that, etc. So if we get a first baseman here or a third baseman, basically a corner infielder, I think Thome fits that kind of spot. Now, as far as years go, you could really look at two different phases of his career. And this is why I think he could potentially get a Signature Series card, as he never really won an MVP. But if you look at Signature, 97 through 99, all 3 years he made the All-Star team. All 3 years, a crazy OPS plus. I really think that could be a period of time that you see a card here. Like a 26-year-old Jim Thome who plays first base and third base. He's going to mash, obviously, with a 156 OPS plus there. Maybe even if he moved it back to 1996, he'd have an even crazier card. But also, if you scroll down a little bit further, you get to 2001 through 2003. The dude was an animal. He hit 49, 52, and 47 home runs respectively. I think Thome would be a crazy card. Now, I think he'd have like 120-ish power from both sides realistically with these insane hitting numbers. Probably pretty decent contact as well, as his batting average was pretty good. I think Thome would be a really, really good card. Really usable. I think that's my first guess for a boss. I know Gomes guessed that, and that's boring, but like, I really think that that's a pretty good possibility that that's one of the cards we get. The other one I'm going to guess, and I think this one could be a little bit far out there. As far as I'm not convinced we're going to get this card, but it would be kind of sick and would fit in my line of thinking if we did. Pedro Martinez, as you guys can see here. I think Pedro would be kind of nasty, to be honest. I mean, he had 3 of the best years of all time, all like in a 4-year stretch here. He had a down year in 1998, and by down, like he had a 2.89 ERA. Like even his down year, he's 63% better than his than the league average, which is insane. So like his signature series, Pedro Martinez, would be unreal. He works at MLB Network. He knows people in the game, John Smoltz, etc. Al Leiter. Now, is this a card you would have to announce in the trailer? I think so, because it's a big enough name. If you're going to announce Ortiz and Rivera, probably you would want to announce Pedro Martinez also. But like, this would be a sick drop, honestly, as this late in the year. Also, not sure about that dog just staring me in the face. Kind of glad the ad changed. But this would be a sick card to just drop late in the year. I mean, look at these ERAs here. It's insane. 190 ERA, 207 ERA, 174 ERA. Crazy ERA pluses. A 291 ERA plus. He's 191% better than league average. Are you kidding me? This would be an insane card. I don't like this would be a 99 easily. Easily. So, yeah, I don't know. This could be it. I'm going to guess one other corner infielder. If it's not Thome, Mike Schmidt makes a lot of sense to me. I feel like he never has a good card early enough in the game that people use him. So I feel like releasing him at this point would make a lot of sense. And I think they're going to give us some pretty big names in this program just because it's late in the year. And not that Jacoby Ellsbury doesn't move the needle for a lot of us, but I think they start dropping the big names now rather than waiting so long that everybody kind of loses interest in the game. So I think Mike Schmidt is a fairly big name. I think he'd be kind of dirty, to be honest. I mean, just look at these. This obviously in the live series here we don't have above 125 contact, or in the offline version, I guess, not live series, because Mike Schmidt would be what, like 70 now. I think Mike Schmidt would be a crazy good card if they released him right now. I think if you release him any later, there will be better cards. But for right now, like, it's not terrible, you know? Like, this would be a usable third base card, in my opinion. They go outfield, we've kind of covered. They don't have a ton of left fielders in the game. But if they went left fielder, 99 Luis Gonzalez would be kind of sick, to be honest. I honestly don't remember if I guessed him last time. But Luis Gonzalez would be kind of dirty. Especially if they gave him a 99 version. Obviously, the fielding wouldn't be good, so to get him to a 99, if you think about it, if his fielding's bad, his hitting's going to be really good to get him to that 99. So, like, Luis Gonzalez would be kind of nasty, in my opinion. All of his hitting stats here are all the way up to 99, but there's a lot of, I don't know, there's a lot of potential with this card. You know, it'd be sick. Absolutely disgusting would be a Ty Cobb card, and I think that we could get it. Last year, I believe he was a World Series reward, or is that this? I'm gonna make sure that's not this year, because otherwise this is not going to be in the video, and I'm gonna look like an idiot. But like Ty Cobb, dude, like that would be nasty. He's got elite speed. I believe he's a headliner this year. I haven't played a ranked seasons game this season yet. Yeah, I think he was a headliner this year. But like a nasty Ty Cobb card, dude, like are you kidding me? That would be so nasty. Like he'd have elite speed, elite hitting. I don't like that would be kind of sick, to be honest. I do realize that is a big legend for them to just drop upon us, but Like, I think it's time. Like, it's a 99. Like, you're giving us 99s. Drop big names upon us. He'd have really good fielding, in my opinion. Maybe not the best arm, and maybe he profiles a little too much like Jacoby Ellsbury. But I'd still be in on a Ty Cobb card if they decide to go that route. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think is going to be the card. Is it going to be Ty Cobb? Are the new legends going to be Jim Thome or Pedro Martinez? Do you have a guess at the new legends? Let me know. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one.